What's up, YouTube? VA is back with the first review of 2016. Before I get into the review, I want to wish everyone a happy new year and wish you a great year up ahead. Up for review today, we have a recent release from Tamashii Nations and Bandai, that being the Chogokin no Katamari Diecast figures. Before we start with the review, let's look at the box. Now, the box is pretty simplistic, but it just shows the characters that you get, and it's a fold-up type of box, so you can use it for, I guess, selling. Now, what you get in the box is 24 pieces in total: 5 Messenger Z's, 3 Boss Borot, 3 Garadas, 4 Jigs, 4 Grandizers, 4 Guitar Dragon, and if you get the entire box, in case you do not opt to go for them individually, you get the exclusive gold messenger, which is in the background. Now, you only get one per box, so that makes it a pretty expensive figure. So the way I'm gonna go about this review is I'm gonna go through each of the characters that comes in the set, and we can talk a bit about the figures themselves, or the metal sculptures, and then we'll talk about the overall view I have. Now, the first character we're looking at is Grandizer, which is a personal favorite of mine, and honestly, that's the reason I actually went for this set. Grandizer, like I'm sure most of you know, is part of a series that Go Nagai made back in the 70s, and it was very popular here in the Middle East, Italy and France. So I was really excited when this figure was announced. Now, the figures are small, as you can see. They're roughly about 3 inches high, and depending on which figure you're looking at, they would range anywhere between 100 to 120 grams, I would think, in terms of weight. In terms of height, they're about between 5 centimeters to about 7 or 8 centimeters. The second figure in the series is Messenger Z. Again, another character that was insanely popular back in the day in the Middle East, and surprisingly enough, is still very popular in Japan. The figures, as you can see, while they're small, they're made entirely out of die-cast. They're a solid one piece. There's no articulation whatsoever, but I think that's the point of them. They're more made as a showcase item, something that you could put on your desk at work, maybe, or maybe in your collection room. A really nice piece and an insane amount of detail for the size. I mean, I'm trying to get as much of the figure in the video so you can see, but to truly appreciate them, you have to have them in hand and see the amount of detail. Now, yes, they're made by Bandai, so you know what quality you're gonna get, but still, I mean, once you see these figures in hand, it's truly a sight to behold. They're just simply on another level in terms of detail and the workmanship. The third figure that we're going to look at is Boss Borot. Now, Boss Borot is a funny character, and some would call him the comedy relief. He originally featured in Messenger, and then with the crossover series at Grandizer, he also cameoed in a couple of episodes wherein he reconnected with his old friend Koji Kabuto. This is the smallest figure in the series, but the level of detail is up there with the rest of them. It's just a small figure, and I guess that's because the robot was small as well. Although in a couple of episodes I saw him standing shoulder to shoulder with Grandizer, so I don't think Bandai really kept the scale in mind when they were looking at these figures. But then again, like I said, these are not meant to be scale replicas. They're just a nice addition to your collection. If you go for them individually, they retail for about $8 to $10. in the US they're about 12 to 13 because they have to import them over. Unfortunately, they're sold out everywhere, so your best bet will be eBay right now. The fourth figure in the series is Garada. Now Garada is a boss robot from the Messenger series, and hopefully Bandai will start releasing more and more variations of boss robots. Now this is the first series, and it had 6 figures in total. Before I touch on to the next series, like I said at the beginning of the video, this box set comes with a gold exclusive messenger. So the only way you can get the exclusive messenger that's gold would be to buy the box. Now that makes it a pretty expensive figure because the box retails for about $250 odd. I mean, when it was available. And I did see some sites that were offering the gold alone, but they're pretty much sold out. Again, maybe eBay if you're lucky. The fourth or fifth rather robot is Getter Robot, a very popular series in Japan, not so popular here in the Middle East, although I've found a couple of people who are really interested in them. And if you look at my other reviews, you would have seen that I recently reviewed the bust of Getter from Diecast. So yeah, there are fans over here. Now back to the gold exclusive. Unless you want to sell some of these figures, buying the box doesn't make it a pretty economical purchase, because you get 24 in total. And unfortunately they're not complete sets. You only get 3 complete sets of all 6, 2 sets minus Boss Borot and Garada. I think it was Jig, and 1 extra Messenger Z that's silver and 1 extra one that's gold. So not sure why the choice was to go with 24 and not complete sets, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, the last figure in the series is Steel Jig. Now this is a character that I honestly don't know anything about, and to be honest, I'm not a fan of the look. I've seen some variations online on the character, and I presume he's part of the Go Nagai series. Not too much of an interest for me, hence I'm not too hot on the character, and I'm not much interested to gather more information. But you never know, maybe I'd look it up and give more information on that the next review we look at. Now, like I said, this is series 1. There is a series 2 that's up for pre-order already, and so far they've announced 3 figures. One was the Great Messenger, another was another Getter, it was a Getter 1, and finally Aphrodite from the Messenger series. It's still available, you can pre-order it right now. So what do I think about this series? Honestly, it's simply amazing. The level of detail, the way these figures are, and if you're a fan of the character, it is a must-have. So my rating is a superb S. This brings us to the end of the video. So if you liked what you saw, I would appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe. I always welcome feedback, and I'm always looking for ways to improve my videos. And till I see you next time, this is V8 tuning out, and like I said, Happy New Year.